What's the story behind the Imper logo?
Wolf in sheep's clothing very much encapsulates what we're trying to find.
Tell us more about what Imper does.
We started seeing how attackers are using Gen AI in order to succeed in their social engineering attacks. Classical phishing emails are becoming much more sophisticated, and it's super hard to distinguish between human written email to AI written one. We understood that social engineering, that was actually the most significant attack vector since the beginning of the history, is just becoming way much worse. And someone needs to do something about that.
You guys were the first in market, I think, to really tackle this challenge of impersonation detection. Now there's a bunch of companies that are coming to the market. I think everybody is starting to see the opportunity. How is Imper going to stand out from the noise?
We were focusing on building the best impersonation detection engine. And I think it's a bit different because impersonation is much broader than only like deepfake or voice cloning. And when you think about that, for large enterprises, if someone will call your help desk, pretend to be like someone specific, no one will know how this person sounds like anyway. So obviously the attackers can clone his voice and to be like super advanced, but they can also be assertive enough and to have like story that makes sense and it will still work. So this is one of the things that actually distinguish us from our competitors. We're tackling the entire scale of social engineering and impersonation attacks, not only a specific vectors that the attackers are using.
Walk us through how the product works today.
The core of the project, and that stays the same for all the different solutions, is that we try and look at metrics of who you are talking to that they cannot fake. We talk about them as forensic style metrics. They are the stuff that you usually notice after a breach and you look at them and go, why didn't I see that before? It can be something you send to people calling the help desk, or it can be even in this conversation, you can see the side panel. It can tell you which of the participants in here are verified, which is risky. Maybe you need to verify them another way. Maybe you need to end this call. And for the security team, you can dig deeper into it and see how the different parameters of how valid actors' infrastructure are differentiated from an attacker's one. Whether it's the devices they use, how they connect to the network, how they obfuscate their true location, or how they actually use their setups, whether it's a day-to-day normal usage or it's a designated attacking device.
Walk us through some of the top use cases or the magic moments that you're seeing from customers that Imper is addressing today.
Nowadays, everyone are using these collaboration tools in order to communicate with each other. And you don't have any way to verify that you're communicating with the right person. We're tackling these use cases in general, letting you know whether you're talking with the right person or not.
You claim there's a gap or even a blind spot in cyber today around real-time communications. Can you explain that in a bit more detail?
This is how we manage our day-to-day. We do it via Zoom, Slack, Teams, you name it, right? But when you think about that, all these communication space is not secure right now. Perhaps you have 3 email security solutions. You have the endpoint, you have the network, you have cloud, but you don't have any way to secure your Microsoft Teams. And when you think about that, this is where the attackers start the attack. This is where everything starts. And then from there, it moved to the lateral movement. The initial access starts when someone tried to manipulate someone inside the organization to do the wrong thing. And in order to do that, he needs to communicate with them. And now the attack surface for attackers is just much larger.
You three have incredibly interesting backgrounds. Tell us how you all know each other and why you decided to start Imper together.
I'm familiar with Rome and known for more than 10 years. Since our days in 8200.
And we led together a really big cyber operation. Rom and I, we were probably competitors because we both led parallel sections. This is how we actually became really good friends. And I thought it was actually my boss back in the days.
It was obvious for me that Noam will be a great CEO and we'll establish this company together.
I have to tell you, we work with people across Israel and we tend to get a lot of early signal on founders and who is outstanding. And this team was just mythical. Even before we met, we've been hearing about them and how sensational they are. We basically jumped at the opportunity to fund them the second we could get them on the phone. We begged them to take our money, and it's been really a joy to work with the team. I'm thrilled that this is just the beginning. We've got so much to accomplish together.